So, in this class, we'll discuss about power diodes. What are the power diodes and how the construction of this power diodes happens, and some physical layout of power diodes and the different types of characteristics of power diodes. Okay, that is VI characteristics. Okay, then reverse recovery characteristics of power diodes, and so on. Okay, so power diodes, it is also a PN junction diode. Okay, is most basic type of power semiconductor. It's also a PN junction diode, and it's also most basic type of power semiconductor. It's the first type of power semiconductor switch which is uh, manufactured. Okay, it's a very basic one. Okay, diode acts as a switch to perform the various functions such as the switches in the rectifiers. It is acting as a switches in case of rectifiers, and freewheeling in switching regulator. It will be acting as a freewheelings in switching regulators. Okay, then similar to signal diodes but have higher VI ratings. These power diodes are similar functions. Characteristics of these power diodes is similar to that of the signal diodes which you already studied in the previous semesters. Okay, but the difference is the have a higher voltage and current ratings. Okay, that is why it is called as a power diode. Okay, so the previous semester what were the diodes characteristics and all thing we discussed, they are a signal diodes. The voltage and current ratings of those diodes are less. Okay, that is why they are called as signal diodes. So here the voltage and current ratings are more, that is why this is called as power diodes. So voltage range of up to 6000 volts. Okay, and the current range of up to 4500 amperes that these power diodes can handle. Okay, so which is used for the HVDC transmission systems. So this type of high voltage DC and high voltage AC transmission system for the switching applications. So this type of power diodes are used. Okay, so that's about the power diode. So first thing is power diodes are almost the construction wise, characteristics wise, okay, and its operational wise, principle of operation, everything remains the same as the your signal diode, but the difference is only which has the larger current and voltage handling capabilities. That is the difference. Okay, so that's about power diodes. So in the earlier days they have started manufacturing a signal diodes in the first 1956 when the power electronics is started. They first manufactured the signal diodes, and the later the signal diodes have limitations of low voltage and current handling capabilities. So that is why they started manufacturing for, they have started to look for the higher rating of equipments. So then these power diodes comes into existence. Okay, so that is about the brief history of what exactly power diode and how it is evolved. Okay, and why it is called as power diode. Okay, right, next we'll discuss about the device structure. So the power diode device structure is almost a bit similar to that of your signal diode. So it consisting of anode, cathode. Okay, so it is an anode and cathode it consists of. So this is your anode and cathode here. Okay, also it's a anode is a positive terminal and cathode is negative point. So here 10 micron thickness will be having a P plus semiconductor material. So the thickness is 10 micron. Okay, then after that it is 250 microns of N substrate is doped here. Okay, N minus R, so breakdown voltage dependent. So this is depends upon the size of this is depends upon the breakdown voltage. Okay, so this is the device structure of power diodes, 10 microns, 250 microns, and this is depends upon the voltage dependent, the breakdown voltage dependent. Okay, so this is a P positive, P plus substrate, N minus substrate, and N plus substrate. So they all are layered one above the other. The power semiconductor materials, they are layered one above the other and to manufacture the power diodes here. This is the device structure of your power diodes. Okay, that's about cathode, okay, which is connected to the N positive substrate. Anode, it is connected to the P positive substrate. Anode is a positive polarity one and cathode is always the negative polarity. So this is the constructional view of, or the internal structure of, power diode. So next is the physical layout. So physically how these power diodes are looking like. So you have already seen this type of diodes here, okay. So this is a your signal diode which you are used already in the previous semester laboratories, and you are very much familiar with these signal diodes, okay. And this is power diode, okay. But look wise, signal diode and power diodes with looks different because the materials used are bit of higher proportions to handle the larger voltage and current ratings. That is why they are a little bit different in its physical layout, and the symbol of both power and signal diodes will be similar. The symbol will be same. Signal diode and your power diodes are symbolically represented like this only, okay. This is a signal diode, so it is signal diode and it is power diode, right. Next is p-n junction diode characteristics. You know that p-n junction diodes, if diodes are once again made up of the p and n type of the semiconductor materials, definitely there is a pl junction layout will be there, right. So this is a p-n junction characteristics of the diode. The figure 1 indicates the p-n junction view, okay. It is indicates the symbolic representation of p-n junction characteristics of the diodes. So here anode and cathode are mentioned here. So this is a anode, cathode, here also anode, cathode, okay. Now so the supply voltage is given to the diodes, just as you have shown the two figures here, both are same. It is the exaggerated wave and it is equivalent circuit, okay. Then so forward biased, look at this forward bias. When the operation of the diodes, you know that it is operating in two modes, that is forward biased mode, reverse biased mode, okay. The operation is two modes of operation that your diode is happening, the diode is operating, that is forward biased region, reverse biased region. So first forward bias, what happens? So the external battery which is connected to the diode makes the anode more positive, okay. Look at this. So external battery, the positive terminal of a battery is connected to the anode here, okay. The negative terminal is connected to cathode, okay. The external battery which is connected to the diode makes more positive, that is anode more positive than the cathode, okay. Whenever the polarity of anode, okay, whenever the polarity of the anode is more than the polarity of the cathode, so the current starts flowing from that diode, okay. That is closed, the switch is closed, that is forward biasing. Forward biasing means the current is flowing from here to here, that is why it is forward bias. So if the polarity of the anode is less than the polarity of the cathode, then it is reverse biased and it is open circuited, then there is no current flow from here to, there is no circuit is closed, that is why there is no current is flowing. So such region is called as reverse biased region. So here you can see here also, so positive polarity and negative polarity. So positive applied to the anode, negative applied to cathode. Now anode polarity is more, cathode polarity is less, so it is forward bias, so current starts flowing. So similarly, if you apply the, okay, negative to anode, if it is negative and it is positive, then the polarity of anode is less, the polarity of the cathode is more, that is why the switch is open circuited, it is a switch, it is open circuited, and then there is no current is flowing here, okay. That is the difference between forward biased mode and reverse biased mode. So you can just read out here, forward bias, the external battery makes the anode more positive than the cathode, current flows from the direction of the arrow in the symbol, so the current is flowing from here to there. So in case of reverse, what happens? The external battery makes the cathode more positive than the anode, okay. A tiny current flows opposite to the arrow in the symbol, okay. That's about the functionality of power diodes during forward conduction mode and during reverse conduction mode. Next. The graphical representation of the junction PN junction diode characteristics. So any switch, if you take not only diode, we have to have studied the characteristics of a particular switch. So if you know the characteristics of a particular switch, then we can use it for the different applications based on how it behaves when the supply voltage and the currents are applied. What is the behavior of the switch? Based on that behavior of the switch, we can choose it for the different applications. So that is why, so first and foremost thing in power electronics is, if you are choosing any switch, you have to study the behavior, you have to study the characteristics of that particular switch. Okay, here also in this particular module we will be discussing about the characteristics of the VI characteristics, that is voltage and current characteristics of PN junction diode. Okay, this is a graphical representation. VI characteristics is nothing but it is a graphical representation of variation of the voltage with respect to current. Okay, when it is forward biased and when it is reverse biased. Okay, I will repeat. So the VI characteristics of a diode is nothing but it's a graphical representation of variation of the current with respect to the variation of the voltage is called as the VI characteristics of a diode. Okay, so this graphical representation is shown here. So PN junction diode characteristics, it's a VI characteristics. So x-axis we have taken the voltage which is flowing through the diode, and y-axis is taken as the current, which is also voltage applied to the diode and the current flowing through the diode. Okay, so as I explained while in the constructional view, so it is operates in two modes, that is forward biased region, reverse biased region. So here it is clearly indicated. So this is a first quadrant is a forward biased driven, third quadrant is a reverse biased region. I will tell you why. So first quadrant, what happens, the anode voltage we apply, the positive voltage we are applying to the anode terminal, the cathode is negative. So because of that the diode is forward biased and the current starts flowing here. Okay, initially we have not applied any voltage, so there is a no current flow here. So when we start applying the voltage, so when we start applying the voltage in x-axis, the current starts flowing, so it starts increasing, it is shown here. Okay, that is why it is a forward bias. So when the positive anode is applied with a positive supply, then the current starts flowing in the forward direction, that is the positive current is flowing from anode to cathode. So that is why it is called as a forward biased region. So reverse biased region, what happens, we are applying the negative current to the anode terminal, so that is minus supply voltage is applied to the anode and the cathode is positive. So that is why the reverse current will flows. So here the forward current, positive current is flowing here, so here the reverse current is flows. Okay, then there also reverse current is flowing. So that is why it is reverse biased region, that is a forward biased. Why forward current is flowing from one terminal to other terminal because of the forward operation of the switch. So here the reverse current is flowing due to the reverse operation of the switch, that is why it is called as a reverse bias region. So this is a forward biased region, this is a forward biased region, and this is a reverse biased region. Okay, here reverse breakdown is happens means at one point, okay, there is a when the voltage is applied, when reverse voltage is applying, the current is constant. At one point there will be the drastic rise in the reverse current will takes place, and that particular point is called as a reverse breakdown point. Okay, VBR is a reverse breakdown point, and the current during this particular reverse recovery, reverse bias region is called as a reverse leakage current. Okay, leakage current in a reverse mode, that is why it's a reverse leakage current. So this is the VI characteristics of power diode. Okay, it's a graphically we have represented the variation of the current with respect to voltage in the forward region. So variation of the current with respect to voltage in the reverse biased region. Okay, so it is the VI characteristics of power diode. Okay, right. So mathematical approximation, how much is the current flowing through the diode when there is a forward current is flowing. Okay, so it can be calculated. It's a graphical representation. Once again I have shown which we discussed in the previous slide, graphically how the current is flowing from anode to cathode when the forward biased, when it is reverse biased we discussed. right? So mathematically how much current is flowing can be calculated using this formula, that is id is equal to is into e raised to vt, vd divided by vt, that is diode voltage divided by threshold voltage minus 1. Okay, so using this equation you can calculate the current flowing through the diode here. Okay, diode voltage, diode current is equal to the supply current e to the power of the diode drop divided by, that is vt threshold voltage minus 1. Using that equation you can calculate the how much current is flowing through the diode during this forward operation. Okay, that is the mathematical approximations of your uh, power diode. Next, so what we discussed in the previous two slides, so this one, it's a practical diode. Okay, practical diode, this is the characteristics. Practical diodes, at initial point there is no current flowing and some point current is flowing. This is a practical one. So next, if the ideal diode, if you take, if the diode is ideal means so it has to obey some of the characteristics, it has to obey some of the properties. So such diodes are called as ideal diodes. So if the diode is ideal, okay, there is no drops, there is no voltage drops, there is no losses. So if the diode is an ideal condition, if you are using an ideal diode, so then the diode characteristics is little bit different compared to that. This is the diode characteristics, that is power diode characteristics, and the diode is ideal. Okay, ideal diode PN junction characteristics, VI characteristics. Okay, here also we have a forward biased conduction and reverse biased. Okay, here also we have a forward biased conduction and a reverse biased conduction, definitely. So as it's an ideal diode, okay, so this is the characteristics. In the previous there is a small voltage you have to apply, then the current is increasing. So here it is directly the current is increasing here. So here also voltage and the current equation. So it's a forward biased condition, reverse biased condition. It is a short circuited, it is open circuited. What happens in the short circuit? So short circuit, current is high, voltage is 0. Okay, so in the open circuit what happens? Voltage is high, current is 0 here. This is the current terminal, this is the voltage line. Okay, this is the current line. So here in short circuit current is high, in open circuit voltage is high. Okay, this is the ideal characteristics of, VI characteristics of an ideal diode. Then diode reverse recovery time. So we have reverse recovery time is nothing but it has to recover from its one state to other state. Okay, so after its cycle of operations, that is why it is called that's called as reverse recovery time of an diode. So here is the equivalent representation of a reverse recovery time of a diode. Okay, here Ta is the time to remove the charge stored in the depletion region of junction. So Ta, you can see here, Ta it is the current, Ta is the time, okay, to remove the charge stored in the depletion region. There is a depletion region, there is some charges are stored. So the time required to remove those charge which are present in the depletion region is called as a Ta. And Tb is the time to remove the charge stored in the bulk semiconductor material. It's a completely semiconductor material. So from here to here, Tb is nothing but from here to here is to remove the charge from bulk semiconductor material. For charge which are stored in the bulk semiconductor material, the time required to remove the charge from the bulk semiconductor material is a Tb, and Ta is the time taken to remove the charge stored in the depletion region is a Ta. Okay, then a reverse recovery, total time of recovery of the diode is a sum of the Ta and Tb. So TRR, okay, here is a TRR is the reverse recovery time of a diode, that is TRR is equal to Ta plus Tb. Okay, this is the sum of Ta plus Tb. Ta is nothing but the time taken to remove the charge stored in the depletion region, and Tb is nothing but the time taken to remove the charge from stored in the bulk semiconductor which is present in the diode. Okay, that's about the reverse recovery time. So uh, here so current is flowing, so it is then reverse recovery mode, so it is recovered back to normal stage. Okay, so it is high current, lower current, so it is after this particular operation the diode is reversed back to its normal operation. So then reverse recovery time TRR is the sum of TA plus TB. I told what is TA and what is TB. Then reverse recovery characteristics. There are soft recovery. There are two types of recoveries in case of power diodes. Then soft recovery and abrupt recovery. Soft recovery. This is the characteristics of soft recovery characteristics of power diodes. So here also it's a TATB. So okay, so here also reverse recovery is TRR is the reverse recovery time, which is the sum of TA and TB. What is TA and TB is already explained. Okay, so reverse recovery time TA is equal to TA plus TB, and the peak reverse recovery current, that is the TA integration of di by dt with respect to TA, that is the peak reverse recovery current. Soft recovery, so that means here the time taken, it is taking some amount of time to remove the charges from depletion region, then it is slowly it is taking to discharge to remove the charge stored in the bulk semiconductor. Okay, there is no any abrupt changes in the current and voltage here, so that's very softly the current is switched from one state to other state, that is why it's a soft recovery characteristics. So we have a abrupt recovery. Look at this. Okay, the TA and TB, just look at the TA and TB here. TA TB is larger here, TA is small, TB is large. That means slowly the recovery of the diode is happens in a very linear manner, that linearly slowly it is happened, that is why soft recovery. So but in this case look at this, so TA TB, so time taken to remove the charge from the depletion region, okay, is more than the time taken to remove the charges from the power semiconductor material. Okay, so TA and TB, look at the time durations here, you'll understand. So here this much is the time taken and here is a very small, that means abruptly there is a change in current is happened here, that means very fastly, very quickly change in current is happened, that is why it is called as a abrupt recovery. So it's a current, so it is initially going to the negative, then negative, then here in the previous case it is slowly recovered. Okay, but here in this case, so it is goes when it reaches to the negative region, suddenly it will switches to the positive region, abruptly changes its state, that is why it is called as abrupt recovery. So here also you can calculate the reverse recovery time using the same formulas, TA and TB only, and the current is also using the same formula. So what is the difference is, there is very linear fashion the recovery of the diode is happened in the previous case, soft recovery. Here abruptly the recovery is happened, that is why it's a abrupt recovery, and that is a soft recovery of the diode. Okay, that's about soft and abrupt recoveries of the diode. Next is the types of the diodes. What are the different types of power diodes? Till now we discussed the characteristics, VI characteristics of the diode, reverse recovery characteristics of the diode, okay, and many more things. Then what are the different types of the power diodes we are having? Okay, so this table will indicates the representation of the different types of power diodes which are used in a power electronic system are classified as the general purpose diode. This is already we discussed in the at the beginning of the module. So general purpose diodes, then fast recovery diode, why it is called as fast recovery, also discussed in the first module, beginning of the module. Then the Schottky diodes. So these are the three different types of power diodes which are used in a power electronic system. Okay, so that's about it. So general purpose diodes, so this is general purpose diode. The rating, voltage rating is up to 50 to 5000 volts. The current is 1 ampere to several thousand amperes. Okay, they are not mentioned it exactly, several thousand amperes can be, it can handle. And the recovery time is also mentioned here, it is up to 25 microseconds. So this general purpose diodes are used in the UPS batteries, UPS battery chargers, welding traction motors, okay, welding machines, traction motors. Then comes the fast recovery diodes. So fast recovery diodes, it is voltage is 50 volts to 3000 volts. Then the 1 ampere to several thousand it's also. And the reverse recovery time, look at this, less than 5 microseconds. It is 25 microseconds, it is less than 5 microseconds. That is why it's called as fast recovery diode. So this applications of this is switched mode power supplies, SMPS, then commutation circuits, so communication circuits, then choppers, induction heating purpose. What are the heater coils which are using in the household purpose? They are the heating. So here some doping is done here using platinum or gold in this particular fast recovery diodes. So their doping is done in the signal diodes. There is no doping, but in the fast recovery diode doping is done here. Okay, so that is the difference. Then comes the Schottky diode. So Schottky diodes, they have up to 100 volts, okay, and the rating is 1 to 300 amperes, okay. The very high frequency switching power supplies and instrumentation it is used. So some remarks if you're talking. So metal semiconductor junction, usually aluminum, silicon, n-type, majority carriers devices, hence they are very low turn off time. The turn off time of this Schottky diodes are very low. So these are the main general purpose diode, Schottky diode, then fast recovery diodes are the three different important power diodes which are used in power electronic applications. So in addition to this, so silicon carbide diode. So silicon carbide diodes we are having. Silicon carbide diodes are nothing but once again to improvise the its current and power handling capabilities once again. So there is a silicon carbide material is used in its construction, okay, which will improve the reverse recovery time, okay, as well as the voltage and current handling capabilities of the time, okay. So that is why silicon carbide diodes are comes into existence. So power diodes, these are the general purpose, Schottky, everything are there. After that SiC, silicon carbide, okay, SiC is nothing but silicon carbide diodes. So silicon carbide material is used to improvise its voltage and current ratings. So such type of the diodes are also used as a power diodes, okay. So compared to other power diodes, okay, this silicon carbide diodes have bit higher power handling capabilities, okay. That's about the silicon carbide diodes. So this about types of power diodes which are there in the power electronics, which we are using in the power electronics, okay. That's about silicon carbide diode, okay. So with this, what all the things we discussed in today's class is about this. We started from power diodes introduction, what is power diode and how it is constructed, okay. Then later we discussed the detailed constructional feature of the power diodes. Then we have seen the physical layout and how the physically these power diodes are looks like, okay. And then we discussed about the operation principle of the power diodes in the forward and reverse biased mode. Then we discussed about the VI characteristics of a practical diode. Then we discussed about the mathematical expressions for the current of the diodes, okay. Then we discussed about the VI characteristics of an ideal diode, okay. Then the reverse recovery characteristics, VI characteristics, reverse recovery characteristics. In reverse recovery characteristics we discussed about two abrupt and soft recovery, okay. Then soft recovery, abrupt recovery we discussed. Then what all the different types of power diodes we are using, okay. So that is about the power diodes. The next class we'll discuss about the other parts, okay. So if you got any doubts here, you can contact me anytime, right? Thank you. Yes, this PPT will be shared to you all, so you can refer to this. And as far as the theory part is, you can just refer to the textbook Muhammad Rashid, or you can go for Bhimra also, PS Bhimra. Both are very good textbook, so you can refer both of them to get the better understanding of the concepts which we discussed here so far, Okay, still if you have got any doubts, you can contact me anytime. I'm happy to clear your doubts, right? Thank you.